Welcome back, everybody. This is Michael Leveris from JurisQ.com, where we bring you different attorneys, different states, practice areas to answer your questions. And today we have back with us Stephen Zielinski from the law office of Herbert Lawrence, personal injury attorneys in the great state of New Jersey. Stephen, welcome back.
Thank you, Michael, and good morning to you.
Good morning. Stephen, I want to talk further on the pitfalls of talking to an insurance company on your own, talking to an adjuster on your own after a car accident. Because sometimes an insurance company rep or an adjuster may call you and ask you questions. What do you think? What have you seen as the horror stories, cautionary tales of could happen if you talk to insurance company on your own?
Well, first of all, let me indicate that before I became an attorney, I was an insurance adjuster.
Okay, so you were on the other side.
I was doing exactly what we're talking about here today. And I left the insurance company position because I didn't like the way things were happening. I would go out and meet the individual on the scene of the accident. I'd get all the information. I'd turn it back into the insurance company that employed me, and they would come in and settle the case. And a number of those cases that I saw, I wasn't an attorney at that time. Right. I didn't like the way it happened. So I said I'd never work for an insurance company as an adjuster again, and I quit the office.
You crossed over to the good guys.
I was on the other side, yes. So I saw personally, firsthand, what can happen before the injured person has an attorney.
Okay, so what can happen?
There's a lot of information that the insurance adjuster is designed and then trained to get from the injured person and the witnesses. And they do generally a credible job for their employer. You got to understand, they work for the insurance company, right? Not for the injured person. So what they're doing is they're trying to gather all the information they can, which is part of their job, to get it back to the claims office so the insurance people can then evaluate the claim and then try to settle the case as soon as possible, basically for as little as possible. And that's a bad thing. In other words, injured persons that agree to receive the claim sometimes need the money to pay their bills. They are injured, they can't work, and things of that nature. And if you settle a claim too soon, it could be very financially disastrous for you. So it's dangerous to contact anybody after the accident except an attorney or a doctor that's going to treat you.
I think we all heard the phrase from a Law and Order series: anything you say can be used against you in the court of law.
Absolutely. Very, very important. So you've got to watch out who's talking to you. You got to understand what they're looking for. You got to be very careful about your rights, your legal rights. And that's why we believe that you've got to contact a personal injury attorney as soon after the accident as possible to protect your own rights. The adjusters come out, and what they do is they are doing their job for the insurance company. They get the facts, they get the details, but they also interview the injured party and the witnesses. Now, what you tell that adjuster is going to be done by way of a microphone, and they record everything you say. And what they do is they take that little recording and they transcribe it into a document called a transcript, and they put it into the claims file for the insurance company. And that's done early in the case. And that stays with the claim as long as the claim may be open. So if you've given them information that they're not entitled to, you may hurt your claim down the road. Attorneys know what is going on, and once you represent that you are hiring an attorney, the insurance company is not allowed to talk to you directly.
Perfect.
Then they've got to go through the attorney, and we as attorneys are very, very cautious about what we tell our clients. We tell them not to discuss their case with anybody, not to discuss the injuries with anybody, because that's a private matter that may result in a trial. That's the reason why speaking with any adjuster or any person you don't know, they may call you on the phone and get a statement on the phone. Please don't do that until you've spoken to an attorney or hired an attorney.
Stephen,
That's really what I have to say, Michael. It's important to do that.
Yep. Thank you for that. Very wise words of caution. And because you've been on the other side, you've worked for insurance companies, you know exactly what could happen if you don't hire an attorney, if you talk to insurance companies yourselves. They're the ones with the deep pockets, but they're there not to pay. That's their job, not to pay the injured party. And that's why you should contact an attorney, such as Steven Zielinski of the law office of Herbert Lawrence, who could talk on your behalf, who could file a claim on your behalf, who will fight on your behalf to get you maximum compensation for injuries you sustain as a result of a car accident or a slip and fall or anything like that. The phone number of Steven Zielinski of Herbert Lawrence, it's on the bottom of the screen. Please don't hesitate. The consultation is free. They'll talk to you and explain to you what are your rights and what you can get compensated for and from home. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. We appreciate your time. Thank you, Stephen. And you bet we're going to bring you back for our next session. I want to hear more to draw from your experience on what happens if you don't hire an attorney. And we're going to talk about it next. Some people think they can just pick up the phone, call insurance company. I had a car accident. Can you please send me a check? It doesn't work this way. You have to fight them, and we'll show you how. Stay tuned. Thank you.